America, how we doing today? Got her all kind of getting close. Got the floor in today. Did all the work on the floor. It looks good. Feels good. It's a floating floor, so when you step on it, you can feel the cushiness of it. But it'll settle in. It'll get soft or firmer, I should say. So we got floor in. What did I do last? I can't remember what I did last video. It's been a couple days since I filmed anything. I can't remember what I filmed last time. But what do we have left to do? That's a good one here. Still have the front of these cabinets to do, and I'm still trying to figure out a good way to do them. I would just put wood trim around them, you know, and pretty them up and everything. The problem is I need to cut that down. I need a rip on the table saw, and the table saw doesn't work anymore because the generator is gone. The bus is gone, therefore I don't have the generator from the bus, and this inverter in the trailer isn't strong enough. It's strong enough for everything else, but when I turn the table saw on, it goes and it trips it. I think what it is, it pulls more than 2,000 watts, and it takes so long for it to spool up, it trips this thing. Okay, it'll go for about 2 seconds and then trip, and that thing hasn't spooled up yet. It's still pulling a lot of power. It's a 2 horsepower motor. So this inverter is not strong enough to run the table saw. It runs everything else, the chop saw, the band saw, the drill press, everything else. It runs all of those, but it won't run the table saw. So with the table saw, I can't take like oak trim or poplar or something like that, you know, one bys, and cut them down to size and, you know, size them and everything and put them on here. And make it look pretty. Okay, so what ends up happening, I can't trim them down, I guess, and get the right size. That would work fine. Put poplar up there and just paint it, or put oak up there and stain it, or whatever. I've talked about plywood. I've got some good plywood over there. It's that cabinet quality plywood. I can do that. That's another possibility. Thing is, it's not an 8-foot sheet. It's a 6-foot by 6-foot sheet. I don't know. That's why they shipped them. I bought that from a cabinet company way back. Anyway, this is 8 foot, so they'd only come to about right here, and you'd have a seam. So I'd probably do a 4-foot and a 4-foot, and have a seam right here in the center. You know, put a little trim over it, cover it up. I don't know. But put plywood on there and just cut out square with rounded corners. You know, the marine look, I guess. That's one possibility. But I'm not very good on a router. I'm good on a router on straight things, like, you know, have a router and run something through it, put a bevel edge on it or something. That works fine for me. But when I'm trying to, I don't know, I'm not that good at routing. So trying to figure out what to do there. I keep stalling on this, thinking I might come up with a better idea. So we got the overhead cabinets to do. I've got the 12 volt. I still got a little bit of 12 volt to do. One, I'm going to change this light switch out right here. This little switch. Okay, I'm going to change that out. What those are switches from the old lights. Here's the other one here. Where I'm at. There we go. That's the little light switch, and I've just got it stuck out here for temporary to get some light in here. But I think I'm just going to go down to the hardware store, the Home Depot or whatnot, and buy the regular household light switches and cut a hole in there. It's only 12 volt. Okay, it's not like it's 110. So I don't think I need a box. I think I'll just cut a hole big enough for that switch to go in there, cut it out. Okay, wire it up, stick it in there, and before I stick it in there, I'll put electrical tape around the switch, around the connections, so there's nothing, they can't short out on anything on the inside. Which the only thing there is on the far end, the sheet metal on the outside is the only thing it's short against. So anyway, I think I'm going to change that switch out and that switch out with a regular light, you know, household light switch. The other 12 volt I have to do, let's get a light here. The other 12 volt, still need to, these wires are run and they're working, but I need to tuck them back away, back in the corner, and run them along this side. Well, let's see, you're not going down there where I'm pointing you. There we go. It comes down this thing, and I'm going to run them along here with some staples and everything, and run probably along that 2x4 over to this side right here. And let me switch hands. So I get over here, I'm going to put a what do you call it, a fuse panel right here, a little 12 volt fuse panel, those little spade fuses. Put that right in there and run electrical from the battery straight over the fuse panel, and from there fuse it, into this wire going up over to this light, and that wire going over to that light. And then I think I'm going to take this panel off. Actually, I'll probably take this plywood off the back side back here. I'll take that plywood off, and I'll run a wire from there over through up to right in here. Oh, let's get you turned around here. About right in here, put a light for the garage, and then probably just put a switch right on the, get one that has a switch on it, okay? And that will light up the garage area for me. So get just a little bit more of 12-volt electrical to run. Cabinet facing, the fronts of the cabinets. Trying to figure out what kind of floor to put in the garage back there. I've been thinking just painting it like a gray or something, or I've thought about Herculiner. Herculiner is a roll-on type, like a rhino lining in the bed of your pickup. But instead of spraying it on, you roll it on with a roller. I put it in a Jeep I had, and it worked really, really well. So I might do that, and it's kind of waterproof that way too, and you got some traction. Okay, so I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what to do. I think on the inside here, where the shower's at, right here where the shower's at, I'm going to put that fiberglass reinforced plastic, the stuff I have back in the bed or in the back room that was on the ceiling. Okay, I'm going to reuse. I've got several sheets of that. I'm going to reuse one right here and one right here when I do the shower area. That'll be a video coming up real soon. I'm still waiting on parts on that. But anyway, once I get these two corners wrapped in that plastic fiberglass stuff, this here, I think I'm just going to paint it white on the inside. As far as the roof, I really like this roof, but I think, it's a little too fancy to put in a garage. I'm wanting something more utilitarian back there, I guess. I don't know. Still thinking, still making it up as I go. So with that, let's see. Cabinets, 12 volt, paint the cabinet doors and the drawers. I drilled the metal out for the supports for the solar tilting. I gotta do that. And the shower, and that's about it. Shower and figure out what to do with the garage. So getting really, really close to getting done with this. If I worked on it every day for a good 6-7 hours a day, I'd have it done in a week. So I don't know. Maybe I need to get done before it gets too hot. Beautiful day today. Absolutely beautiful day today. It's like 75 degrees, low humidity, light breeze. Just fabulous, fabulous day. So let's see, where are the cows? I don't see the cows. Where are the cows? Oh, there they are. They're over on his the neighbor's pasture over there. So, what do we got here? Doggone it, kids. The neighbor's kids are hitting their golf balls. Pinnacle 3. Anybody lose a Pinnacle 3?